Then we'll finish festival in the most unusual way. Again, most unusual. It will be a grand finale devoted entirely to music of one composer, and that composer is Leonard Bernstein. So the whole evening will be the greatest hits of Leonard Bernstein, starting with his wonderful, what we call symphonic ballet.
That's right.
Which called Facsimile. It is. It reminds me so much of the time and paintings of the post-war period in United States.
Mm-hmm.
There is one particular painting which reminds me of that ballet. It's called Nighthawks.
Oh, sure.
You know that painting? It's a scene in a bar where there is a lost in space soldier or a marine or sailor, and a young lady whose boyfriend somewhere fighting, doesn't write letters back, and a couple of old people who are totally lost in space, and that's just a whole dark atmosphere there of that particular time.
Sure.
In life of the country. It's so very clearly depicted. The same thing in this ballet by Leonard Bernstein, late 40s.
Well, and we have the three main ballets, and just like the Choral Fantasy is a bonus to the three Beethoven concertos, this is a bonus to the other ballets.
Absolutely, because we have now his Serenades for violin, strings and percussions.
Serenade after Plato's Symposium.
Right, right. Which will be played by great favorite of Peninsula Music Festival, James Ennis, who is coming probably fifth or sixth time. I lost it.
And every single one has just been a definitive presentation of whatever he plays. Right.
And then we will do even higher up the symphonic picture from West Side Story, and finishing with the Overture to Candide.
Which is kind of neat because we don't open the festival with an overture, we open with Strauss' Blue Danube. Right. And you're finishing the festival with an overture.
Right.
Which is pretty fun. I don't ever remember that happening.
Well, it's just, we always try to present interesting, varied ideas, and I think this is a perfect example of how the whole festival is structured, with starting on a high point of excitement and going even higher every step of the way.
Well, and we can't help when we program but have certain personal connections. And, you know, I suppose for myself, having the chorus come from Chicago and playing the organ, those are very meaningful connections to me. Celebrating Valentine's 75th birthday is important. And Bernstein was certainly a very important person to you.
Yes, he was very close to being my godfather. Not because he was present at my birth, but because he was instrumental in taking me to the United States of America. So I am in debt forever to Leonard Bernstein to be able to come to the United States and start my, what I call the real life.
That's right.
So that is my personal thank you note to Leonard Bernstein.
And then when you factor in these folks who are really part of our PMF family, Lilia Zilberstein, who's come many times, James Ennis, a new friend, Stuart Goodyear, and our own orchestra family members, Terry Everson and Regine Russell, and the many folks featured on the Tuesday night of the second week there with our two flutes and violists and so forth. It's all part of our PMF family.
Right.
Should be an exciting time. Again, I know we always say that our year sort of rotates from August to August.
It's time to study scores.
I think it is. We have a few concerts between now and then, don't we?
All right, 160.
Something like that. But we'll look forward to August.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.